Alright, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back in the morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. I'm a little bit better, and I thank all people who have prayed for me because I'm a little bit better. We're going to discuss a couple of stories, especially around Emi Buendia, because I know you want to hear from Emi Buendia. Sky apparently saying Arsenal have made a second bid that is around £35 million after the first one that was close to £30 million was rejected by Norwich. You're going to discuss that and more. Norwich are said to let the player leave. They're looking for a possible replacement, and also reports indicate that they have bought they bought what would have been the Getafe share. So they have bought the shares from Getafe, and they are looking at up to £40 million in the deal. So we are going to discuss that and more in this video. Please do smash a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. The notification bell is very important, and obviously the videos are brought to you by 1xBet. They are my sponsors, and of course they are going to have a lot of action in the Euros. The Euros are just around the corners. I think we're starting on 11th. So make sure you do check out 1xBet. Use promo code Cossy Media. You could win up to $130 and even more in terms of gifts and prizes. Lots and lots of things to be won with 1xBet. So let us get into the stories today, and we shall start off with Fabrizio Romano. We shall start off with Sky, who say a source has told Sky Sports News Arsenal have made a second offer worth £35 million for Emi Buendia after an initial one of £30 million was rejected, while other sources also claim Aston Villa have seen an offer knocked back by Norwich. Of course, this was Fabrizio speaking yesterday at the Arsenal lounge. He said he did confirm our first offer, and he said Fabrizio Romano speaking at the Arsenal lounge regarding Arsenal's bid for Buendia. He said yes, they have open negotiations. Buendia is open to joining Arsenal. It is the opening bid. It is part of the game. They have a good relationship with Norwich, so there will be negotiations. That was according to Fabrizio Romano yesterday at the Arsenal lounge. Of course, yesterday I did report about it, and I said Arsenal had tabled in their first bid for around £30 million, and it was rejected. Aston Villa are also reportedly came in with an offer around £30 million as well, and it was also rejected. Now, Arsenal, according to Sky, they're saying that Arsenal actually came in with an improved bid with £5 million more. I don't know whether this had add-ons and things like that, but at least what we can confirm with Sky, that is a source very, very close to the negotiating tables, actually say that Arsenal had gone back with a second bid, which is around £35 million. So, of course, Sky is credible. You want to trust them. They have those insiders. They have those people close to the negotiating tables. They're going to give you those. They're going to give you that first-hand information. That's why you love them. Of course, the story at first was broken by by the Sun. I think one of the journalists had broken it. It had been confirmed by the AFC Bell and a couple of other huge journalists and pundits confirming the bid. So at the moment, where we are is Arsenal are actually leading the race for Emi Buendia. We have our second bid. We have put in our second bid as per Sky Sport. If you want to believe Sky Sport, we are putting our second bid, £35 million, and we are still waiting. But and let me tell you, these people. I think this is a deal that's gonna happen very soon. I think Norwich. We have literally met the demands of Norwich. We have literally met the demands. I think what Norwich are trying to do at the moment, they are looking at Aston Villa coming in with a £30 million bid. So they know Arsenal can pay the 40. I mean, it's as simple as that. And this is the problem with taking a lot of time to do deals. Now, after Aston Villa tabling their bid, it's gonna be very, very hard for Arsenal to pay less than 40 million pounds. Because if Aston Villa can pay 30, you don't tell us that Arsenal is gonna pay 35. So we plus add-ons and everything, Arsenal could pay 40 million pounds. I think it's gonna be the baseline, and Sky have been talking about it in their article, and they have said it looks like Arsenal will have to pay 40 million pounds. That is what Norwich are looking at. What they have done is they have bought the rights of Getafe, because Getafe were also entitled, I think, they were entitled to up to around 20%. I think it's 20% of the money. So they have bought the rights of Getafe. And now all the money that comes in from this deal is gonna go to their pocket. So all they have to do at the moment is to make sure that they maximize the fee out of the transfer, whether it is 40 or 50 or 35. It's not going to. It doesn't matter. But of course, their director was speaking last week and said, I think it was this week or last week. I'm not really sure, but I did report about this story. You can check it out on the channel. But he said that it's either gonna be a club record fee that starts with a figure 3 at the beginning, so probably 38 million pounds. And I told you, you could have a figure 3 if it is 39.8 million pounds. I mean that's close to 40 million pounds, and I think Arsenal will pay the money because at the moment we can't pay. We can't pay the 51 million pounds that they want in Odegaard. Madrid want in Odegaard. We can't pay that. It is astronomical. It's crazy. So what Arsenal have to do at the moment is just to go for BUENDIA. That is. It looks like our last resort. And Norwich know it that Arsenal are here because they can't pay the 60 million euros Madrid are asking for. So all they have to. This is their last resort. If Madrid are asking for 60 million euros, fine. We are going to ask for 40 million euros. And they know Arsenal will pay that money. So I think we just need to stop beating around the bush. Arsenal will pay the money. There are no questions about that. There is no question about that. Arsenal will pay that money. And eventually we will get the player. I think, in my opinion, the deal is edging closer. Very, very, very close, and I think it is so systematic. We have been in continuous talks with Norwich, and I think something is about to happen very, very soon. It's the same with Yves Bissouma. It's only that, and I'll speak about Yves in the next video. But Fabrizio says they love the player, they covet the player. The only problem they have is, they have that kind of player. That they covet, that kind of player that has a richer skill set than Thomas Partey. And I spoke about it, and I said, if you want to bring in a player like Bissouma, then you have to have a player who has a better skill set than Bissouma. For me, Bissouma and Partey are very, very, very interesting, but very similar. So I would go for a player like Aouar. I wouldn't go for centre back, but I don't know why Arsenal are really looking at centre back. But I would go for a player like Houssem Aouar, because Aouar has that skill set that is richer than Thomas Partey, honestly. But it would be a very big disappointment if Bissouma doesn't sign for Arsenal. A big disappointment to him as a player, and I think eventually he will sign for Liverpool. Honestly, if Arsenal don't take him, he will sign for Liverpool. But we shall talk about that in the next video. Please do smash a like on the video if the information is always helpful to you. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and of course consider turning on your notification bell so that you don't miss any content whenever I do upload. The One Expert bring you my videos, and of course if you use my promo code Cossy Media, you'll be able to win up to $130. I'll speak to you in the next one.